Types of frequency distributions. Categorical frequency distribution versus grouped frequency distribution versus ungrouped frequency distribution. Categorical frequency distribution is a table to organize data that can be placed in specific categories, such as nominal or ordinal level data. Whereas grouped frequency distribution is a way of organizing a large set of data into more manageable groups. The groups that we organize the numerical data into are called class intervals. They can have the same or different class widths and must not overlap. Ungrouped frequency distribution is a table of all the potential raw score values that could possibly occur in the data along with the number of times each actually occurred. The purpose of categorical frequency distribution are to organize non-numeric data into meaningful categories to understand in an easy way. Whereas, the purpose of grouped frequency distribution is to organize a large set of data into more meaningful groups. Whereas, the purpose of ungrouped frequency distribution is to display the frequency of each individual data value instead of groups of data values. In this type of frequency distribution, we can directly see how often different values occurred in the table. Categorical frequency distribution is based upon a categorical variable like hair color, honesty, gender, etc. Whereas, grouped frequency distribution is based on range of the data is large, then data must be grouped into classes that are more than one unit in width. Whereas, ungrouped frequency distribution is based on displaying the frequency of each individual data value instead of groups of data values. Categorical frequency distribution is used for data that can be placed in specific categories such as nominal or ordinal. For example, marital status. Whereas, grouped frequency distribution is used to organize and summarize a large volume of data. Whereas, ungrouped frequency distribution is frequently used to construct it for small set or data on discrete variable. Categorical frequency distribution helps in organizing and interpreting qualitative data by displaying how often each category occurs. Whereas, grouped frequency distribution can help us in converting raw data into arranged groups by making class intervals, by making frequency table by getting all statistical measures. Whereas, ungrouped frequency distribution can help us in data arrangements without groups by making frequency table by getting all statistical measures. Synonym of category frequency distribution is categorical frequency table, whereas synonym of grouped frequency distribution is grouped frequency table, whereas synonym of ungrouped frequency distribution is ungrouped frequency table. Example of categorical, grouped and ungrouped frequency distribution are given for comparison for beginners to learn from scratch along solution. You can see which type of frequency distribution takes more time to construct and need how much columns and rows. Furthermore, in categorical frequency distribution, we need 4 columns and 5 rows, whereas in grouped frequency distribution, we need 9 columns and 7 rows, whereas in ungrouped frequency distribution, we need 3 columns and 12 rows. In short, a categorical frequency distribution is a tabular summary that shows the frequency of different categories or classes of data and used to analyze qualitative, non-numeric data. The distribution is typically displayed using tables, bar charts, or pie charts. Frequencies can be shown as counts, percentages, or both. Categories must be mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. This type of distribution is useful for identifying trends and patterns within categorical data. Whereas, Grouped frequency distribution is used to organize and summarize a large volume of data. A grouped frequency data records the class intervals and corresponding frequencies associated with each of these classes. Whereas, ungrouped frequency distribution refers to the number of observations of each individual variable value. Kindly subscribe my YouTube channel Thesis Helper. Thanks for watching.